Can you hear that? The drums, the trumpets, and the marching of thousands of feet. What is up, guys? My name is Kingston, and I'd like to welcome you to a Battle of Dresden. This one is a 4v4, and it is 4 French against a Prussian, Denmark, I believe HRE, Austria mix. I never know. It's my Achilles heel trying to figure out if that's Austria or, Austria or HRE. Although this looks like HRE possibly. I don't know. We'll see as we get more infantry, because like I said, they're usually pretty intermixed here. Looks like we had some Lancers here. Oh, what a beautiful uniform they have. In fact, we have our first charge here, as unfortunately it looks like some Jaeger... Oh no. Oh, they're getting slaughtered here. The French weren't ready for that. Oh, his artillery. Oh no, the artillery's in danger here. Squares have been formed though. But I think this artillery is gonna die. Possibly. Maybe not. They may have actually managed to survive, only losing 1 gun. But that Lancer got away. But anyway, guys, you can see there's a Russian and Prussians to the right of them. Denmark, I believe, or is that Sardinia? No, I think it's Sardinia. Piedmont, Sardinia. Yeah, not Denmark. My apologies. That's Sardinia. And of course, you have 4 French armies. You have a 10-point Österreich, España, Egypt, and another España. And the Egyptian player is the one who sent this replay in. Do we have another cav charge? The French are just not able to hold it down today. This poor Jaeger cav. Oh, it did come back, I think, and it got charged by some Prussian cavalry. Some more Lancers. Hugely unfortunate. Those guys are not able to catch a break. Look at the lances, though, for these Lancers. Look how sharp and pointy that looks. I know that's the whole point, but they don't look very pleasant to get stabbed by. But yeah, France is going to push up. Their artillery is still in the fight with only 2 instead of 3 guns. But 2 is better than none. In fact, they have a lot of more artillery. They have a 6-pounder over here. Of course, this other 6-pounder. They do have this LOC taken by some Voltigeurs. Oh, 40. A unit of 40 Voltigeurs. Very good. They are going to be making it a pain probably for the... let's see, what is this? This looks like HRE this time. Yeah, I think this is HRE. I think that's HRE. So I'm gonna say HRE, and if it's Austria, I apologize. But yeah, it looks like Österreich is the France in front, which the general is actually Massena. He is falling back. I think he does not like to see a massive enemy. Uh-oh. I think Russia was looking to take us out. I love this fortification too. We have España taking up this LOC. They have some earthworks around it. It looks like Sardinia maybe going that direction, or maybe they're mobilizing in the center. We'll see what their decision is. But he does have this area. He has some nice choke points to be able to hold. He set up a massive artillery battery, 8-pound. I hope they have enough cav, because Russia's going to go for this. They have some Hussars, they have Dragoons, quite a lot of Dragoons, in fact. But they are falling back, so that's actually a good thing. You want to watch out for that Russian cav, though. It is terrifying. Looks like HRE have set up their artillery. Now we do have Prussia hovering way on the flank, which is why Egypt's actually going to have to... they've set up some spikes. They're probably going to set the artillery. That's a beautiful position for the artillery. And we do have some cavalry that a little too close and is getting fired at by the French line infantry, who gave them a very solid volley. Took out quite a few, at least 10 of this cavalry unit. This, I believe, Hussar. HRE's rolling down the road here. Artillery already opening up fire. Taking out some infantry, possibly some of these. Ooh, this is a nice Chevalier unit. But yeah, so Egypt has set up along this river. They're setting up their artillery. They have some skirmishers, trilliers set up. They have some camels. Wow, they have a lot of skirms. That is kind of good for a river crossing. And they have some infantry, which they're pushing up all their infantry along here. I wouldn't do this. I would have these right here maybe, and these should be shifting over here because Prussia is coming up in mass. But the HRE are getting very close and just forming up and letting the French just take volleys at them. Not something I would want to do. I would want to set up first and then fire, because as you can see, HRE haven't even started firing yet. Pretty sure there's some Prussians in here. Or not Prussians, but there are some Austrians in this army. That is very obvious to me. But they are getting pounded to pieces here. I'm gonna have to come back and get some screenshots. This is such a cinematic looking battle with the wheat fields. Oh yeah, I'm coming back and getting screenshots of this. This is beautiful. So Prussia is attacking. Looks like they have some light infantry, some fusiliers as well, and then I believe probably some musketeers and some landwehr. Okay, so a lot of landwehr up by the river crossing here. So these guys are gonna tank. You gotta watch out for that. These skirmishers should fall back a little bit. Those camels getting shot. This is not a lot. Prussia could almost push across here if they had some grenadiers to kind of head up this attack. More light infantry for them. And yep, here come those musketeers and landwehr. So they have quite a bit concentrating. Whoa, what happened? Oh, the skirmishers and artillery, I'm guessing, has just pounded the Prussians and just caused them to break. So Prussia's gonna have a tough time crossing that river. I'm really surprised Egypt has strung themselves out along here, because Prussia is very obviously focusing on down this road only. You want to consolidate where France, where the Prussians are. You can see the HRE, having taken heavy losses, are reforming. They took some really heavy losses at first. Sardinia and Russia have not made their appearance yet. And quite honestly, France has a very strong position. Something that I've mentioned before and other people have mentioned is you can't let France set up. If France sets up, it's over. Now, we do have some cavalry that went in for the Prussian artillery for France. A beautiful maneuvering, getting all the way around. Men are running, sir. Prussia not being careful enough to look on the mini-map for, you know, what's red and what's blue. But you can see France is starting to lose here, guys. Their skirmishers not able to hold a candle. They don't have enough over here. Prussia should start pushing this side really hard. France is mobilizing some troops back. Prussia can push out here and be perfect for them. France is going to go for a big flank here. I think they're hoping that Prussia may overcommit and they can push up faster than Prussia can. We will see if that's... Whoa, what happened? Oh no, France lost some artillery. So Austria, HRE, whatever you want to call it, has all their batteries probably focusing on this one artillery piece, and they're probably going to focus on the next one. France probably going to try to get an artillery superiority here. Not a bad idea, especially as France is set up in a strong position. Sardinia looks like they may be actually pushing down this road to reinforce the Russians, and they may hit with 3 armies in the center, where France has 2 armies. There is still one reserve army, España. The other España is pushing over to try to save Prussia. And look at this, Prussia charging in with the landwehr and line infantry. They do have a square here, or no square. And it did get charged here. France being able to pour in some volleys, but these camels actually are shaken already. This is some pretty beefy units of Prussian landwehr. It's going to be tough for them to make an actual impression on this line infantry. Prussia has to see this. With the HRE scouting, they have to see... Yeah, they had some cav that got broken too. Oh, whoa, there was a huge cav fight here. It looks like France wanted to go for that artillery piece, and they may have actually broken it. Yeah, they broke one of them. But HRE still have one more. And they're still focusing down this French artillery. Ooh, I love the uniforms here. This looks like a guard piece. And we may have this... Yep, this LOC is getting focused down. As Russia is closing now. With Russia, they gotta be careful here. This is España. They have really big units, but Russia if they get into melee, it is going to be very dangerous, especially with the cav that Russia has brought. And looking at this infantry, they have some good quality. It looks like they have some guard units. That's concerning. Artillery, yeah, can focus down Russia. Russia is beefy. They are large, thick units. They have some guard units. I don't like that. Look at how France is being surrounded here. The enemy is boxed them in, attacking from every side.
Sir, our general is under attack.
And Prussia looks like they have been repelled on their first assault here. Yeah, oh wow, my computer is just like not liking the massive amount of infantry. So Prussia needs to they need to fall back, reform, because this chain route will start affecting their cheap landware. As you can see, these guys need to fall back. Are they running? No, they're marching. They need to fall back. This is not a position to attack. And as you can see, they're about to get counterattacked by France. France, actually, that was a very wise decision to push out here, with España probably reinforcing this flank. Yep. Now they can attack and focus down Prussia. Prussia all on their own. Prussia should, quite honestly, not even hold here. They should fall back, even if it's all the way to this river. They need to fall back, and at the same time, since two French armies basically are attacking one coalition, the coalition needs to attack. They need to take the initiative. They need to take the advantage of the fact that there's only two French armies holding here. And it looks like they are attacking here. Look at this pouring over here. Where's Sardinia? Sardinia hopefully is rolling down this road, but it looks like Russia is going to try to take out the flank for France. France pushing out here, trying to maybe take a flank here, but the artillery now can't fire. I wouldn't have pushed out here. I would have kept funneling troops in here, let the artillery focus on the reinforcements of the Russians. But we do have France out in front as the HRE Austrian army is forming up for another attack along the side. I like this. France actually falling back as they are outnumbered. This could be a place that the Austrian HRE push up from. Now over here, I don't see Prussia falling back as much as they should be. They really need to fall back. They need to retreat, maybe use the town as a defense, but Prussia does not do well in melee here, guys. They are not going to do well. If anything, they should form up outside the town and force the French to have to break up their formations in order to hit them. Sit aside one strong line and just pour in those volleys. Do what Prussia does best, which is shoot. They need to shoot, and they have some really good reloading skill. Looks like Austria is HRE, and Sardinia now. Sardinia needs to attack immediately. Don't form up. Don't let the French get away. Hit them. Tell HRE Austria to push up. They have artillery pushing back. Looks like they had someone come back. Russia is in some volleys here. They are sneaking their guard units over on the side here with some of their light. That's a huge light infantry unit. They are going to try to go for that flank with some beefy units here. Going in for the LOC with those guard units as well. Trying to protect that. And yep, look at this. France is falling back. They do not like the odds here. In fact, France is falling back all along here. They have to hold until Prussia is defeated, and France has to make some big decisions here. I would, quite honestly, be defensive right now as France. I would not push. Oh no, I would push. I would push Prussia. They are weak, but you can see the rest of España, maybe the rest of Egypt, should push up and reinforce as the coalition is pushing. Austria, HRE have spread themselves out in 2 points. They should be all right here and pushing. They need to make a dent here. But France is going with the bayonet charge. Prussia not going to do too hot. Prussia should have the really good unit in the house and then form up around it. But yeah, France is getting pushed back here with Russia just, oh man, just beating the snot out of them right now. It looks like forcing them back. We do have some units. Oh my goodness, France is losing. Oh, we have a cav charge with the Dragoons. Can they form some squares? They cannot. We have a bayonet charge with some Dragoons.
This building has fallen to the enemy.
And the LSC just got captured. This is bad. This is very, very bad. France is not going to do well here, guys. Oh no, with the cav support. France is going to start breaking here. This is very concerning. They need to get some cav up there. Oh, man, they need to push up some hussars. Try to support this fight. They're about a mass route here, a chain route. Now, we do have France pushing up some cuirassiers against what looks like some of the hussars of Russia. These dragoons could charge. Pull these cav back and charging with your dragoons. Take out those cuirassiers. Russia has mass routed France here in the center. Austria, HRE not pushing up like they should. Sardinia not pushing up. I would love to see them being way more aggressive. They have to know that Prussia is getting just toasted over here. Although Austria is trying their best, sending in some dragoons now, flanking these provisional dragoons and possibly breaking a lot of them. But Prussia is getting surrounded in this town. They're having a last-ditch effort. Sardinia should be pushing here. They should be trying to go down this road, surround what's left of España, and destroy them. You can see here, these cuirassiers are probably winded. I don't know why these dragoons are not trying to go for these cuirassiers, but there may be a square here that's going to form and deal with that French cav. France has nothing left. They have a broken in mass, and Russia has taken this flank. Russia now needs to push up using this road and go into the town. If they can take this before France can fall back and take this, because this is a fortress. This is a massive fortress with not a lot of attack points. France can always fall back to that area if needed. Granted, they haven't done that. Sardinia is not pushing as aggressive. Like I said, I love aggressive plays here. I like that France is surrounding, trying to basically envelop Prussia. And you can see Prussia's morale is just a hair's breadth away from just mass routing here. I don't know where their general is, but they are so close to a mass routing here. All it's going to take is one definitive cav charge, and they are gone.
We've taken the buildings up.
France looks like they are going to go on the defensive here. España from the right side has now pushed over here, and they're going to cover that flank, but it looks... There is 3 armies of coalition here, guys, against 2. And this one only has 4 of the units here. The rest are spread thin here. Do we have some cavalry possibly maybe trying to go for those guns? But we have cav rushing over to try to defend this artillery pieces. This may be a saving grace for France, who is still holding outside here with reinforcing España. Actually, I hear a cav charge here. We have some dragoons getting charged by some hussars.
We've taken the buildings up.
And France is securing this area. Prussia is gone. That is a huge blow to the coalition. One of their allies has already broken. I would love to see France try to defend this, like a last-ditch effort kind of thing. I love Russia, how Russia played that though. They knew which units to use. They knew exactly which units to use. The HRE are actually getting pushed here. They can hold here, but with España reinforcing Austria, it's going to be tough for them. And look at this. We have some... These almost look like Voltigeurs. Oh, wow. Oh, that's beautiful. You can see units in the back firing here.
The men are fatigued, sir, and must rest.
So many units on this entire battlefield. Russia's actually falling back now. Surprisingly. I don't know if they just saw the reinforcements, if they are going to try to hold here. I feel like Russia knew what they were going to do at first, but now I think the coalition is at a loss of where to attack. Austria obviously is defending here. We have some cav, some chevaliers or dragoons trying to defend that artillery piece. A lot of chasseurs cheval hussars. Oh, is France going in? Or nope. Okay, so France, after that mass rout here, they have actually managed to save part of their army. They still have artillery, which they actually were able to move back and save. So they actually still are protecting the flank. If France gets pushed here, It's over. And Sardinia hasn't even started. Oh, we have a cav charge here. France pushing Chasse Cheval around to go for that artillery piece. And there is not a lot of HRE Austrian cav here. And so France is going to do very well here. They have taken out or taken some losses when it comes to cav. They can break this Austrian cav. Oh, the general. They're going for the general. They could, oh, they broke the general. Oh, no. Not enough cav to save this flank, and France is actually starting to chop apart this Austrian HRE force. Sardinia is finally getting into this fight here. Russia taking kind of a breather, maybe. They have a flank, though. I like this. They have a flank, so if they get pushed, they can defend it with less troops than what can attack, while also helping to push out here against France. But I think France has a very good flank there pushing here. This whole army here is going to be able to start pushing up, and this Austrian HRE force is going to have a struggle in order to hold back that French attack. And the battle is shifting back in favor of the French after that initial fight.
We have taken the buildings up.
They have taken more of the town just in case Russia tries to push up. I'm surprised that they're, you know, doing that. Oh, they're putting skirms, some cheap skirms and sappers in there. So this army could maybe start, just push up a little bit and start kind of, you know, pestering the Russian center. Make them keep forces here. You don't have to actually commit to a full-on attack, but push up and make Russia have to divert troops to hold. Make them worry about a flank being pushed through that LOC. Very good battle, though. Very good. We may have some grenadiers firing in the back of the Russians. Oh no, they're holding fire. Good. They have grenadiers behind this cheap unit. But talk about a massive battle that is now spanning the whole length of this open field. Going all the way back to this LOC. Looks like some grenadiers are probably going to go and try to take this LOC. Or no, these aren't grenadiers. Look at the French, they're just walking right past them. They know what they need to do. There's the general. It's the general right here. Oh wow, oh wow. What? We had our cab charge and with some Russians.
This building has fallen to the enemy.
Pushing up, and Russia maybe trying to push up here, using their cheap infantry to cushion the blow so that some grenadiers of Sardinia maybe can push up. Sardinia needs to watch out that they don't kill friendly Russians. Oh wow, Russia is going in here, pushing the, oh wow. Bayonet charge along the side here. This is gonna get messy, and this is a gamble here that I think Russia is hoping they can make enough of a dent. Pushing up on the flank. France should start pushing up into support, as France doesn't have a lot. Now we have some cavalry charging in, some grenadiers, or dragoons, sorry. Some dragoons who are starting to break the French line. Where's the French reserve? And Sardinia is possibly going in from Masséna. Oh no, defend the general. Instead of it's to the, not to the king, but to the general. Oh no, France just lost their general. That's going to cause a huge morale debuff for at least a little bit here, as France is going to start crumbling. Russia took some losses, but they have decisively made that charge. They actually buffered the blow so that this Russian Dragoon unit could go in and now is flanking these Chasseurs Cheval. So while the left flank of the coalition is caving, the right flank is just pushing forward. And Egypt is so far away from this fight. Sardinia has such massive units here. Even Austria HRE charging in the flank of this French unit, and France is just mass routing. They should pull back. Oh, they're getting caught collateral damage here. And here comes more cavalry going in against the French, some lancers. This is really, really bad for this flank. Oh no, España is gonna take some real heat here. They're mass routing. Now they may try at the same time to put some pressure on the rest of Sardinia as he's busy. Send us some dragoons here. And they need to keep pressuring this flank. And they're wasting a lot more units than they need to. Oh, never mind. I thought all these units were attacking the LOC. They're not. They need to keep pressuring this left flank, or their right flank, technically. As their left flank is crumbling, they need to start pushing over. Because look at this loss of French troops. Oh my gosh. They just lost so many.
We have killed their general, sir. Now they must break.
They did, I think, take the Austrian general out. They did take that LOC, so they have claimed that flank. But they are breaking on that left flank, and they are going to now have Russia swinging around here. They only have 4 French line infantry, or 5, 6, with some artillery, 12 pounder, and some cav. They have cuirassiers left and probably tired. But they're gonna not be able to do much as Russia now is gonna start swinging with Sardinia. On the flank, they have cavalry on the flank, and they don't have French cavalry to defend this flank here. I know I said flank a lot in that sentence, but it is true. What can I say? They need Egypt to rush over here. I thought that France was winning, but they just got burnt. And now this cavalry is just wreaking havoc on non-squarables. The next squarable unit is right here. They do have some trilliers. They need to defend these. And the artillery needs to be defended, but it's getting hit by some lancers. Oh, that is unfortunate. This artillery really could have been helpful in this fight. And they are wavering. Can they? Oh, no, they broke. And here comes Russia. France needs to reform. They need to fall back. I know this attack may be going well. They need to reform. Link up with Egypt if they want to reclaim any initiative here. They need to fall back, and they actually need to head for the town. Oh, it's too late. Austria is going in, trying to cut this whole army off. España needs to get aggressive here. Sardinia has artillery on the flank. A coalition is starting to take this battle, guys. The scale, or not the scale, the balance of this battle is swinging in favor of the coalition here. They are holding an attack here from these Austrian HRE forces. Cavalry, though, is starting to really hurt their center. And look at Russia going in. Egypt needs to get over here now. They're trying to save this square as these... I told you the Russian Dragoons are dangerous. They're deadly. And this is proving my point. I guarantee you this Dragoon unit has gotten more kills than anything else. Are they broken? Maybe they have finally broke. But here's that guard unit. They're going to charge or volley this square. Sardinia is holding back España on this flank and this artillery. This is bad, guys. This is really bad. Egypt is showing up with France just getting destroyed here. France getting pressured here by Sardinian cavalry, some heavies. They really... Austria and HRE could get destroyed here. If they push up too aggressively, they need to stop bayonet charging. Their cavalry is probably exhausted. There's cavalry, some dragoons that need to be rushed over to stop this bleeding gap here. We have a Massena. Massena, he is pushing up to the front lines here, probably yelling orders at the top of his lungs, trying to get men to form up and patch up this gap in the center here. Egypt is being ordered into that flank Sardinia is actually getting burnt by some cuirassiers, but actually they've toasted those cuirassiers, so they're actually falling back. España is going to counterattack Sardinia. Sardinia needs to fall back. We have an artillery piece for Russia. And France is pushing up on their own. This great 85 infantry, the line, all on their own, and they are breaking, unfortunately. Oh, wow. What? HRE Austria just broke out of nowhere, tipping the scales once more. Austria did not need to push so aggressively. I think they pushed a little too aggressively, I think, and that's what's hurting them here. They pushed up the cavalry and infantry, and now scales tipping back in favor of the French. They're pushing up on Sardinia. Sardinia and Russia are the only ones left on this flank. Prussia's gone. Austria is basically gone. It keeps switching so much here. The scales are going back and forth. This is a roller coaster of emotions, I imagine, for both teams. Like, you have that high of we're winning, and then oh no, we're losing. France gonna start bayonet charging, using that road to push up and bayonet charge Sardinia. And Sardinia infantry is not the greatest quality. If only Prussia had been over where Sardinia was. If only. Sardinia may break here, which means that España can push up on Russia. Russia is going to start losing out here. I think the French may have this battle after all. Sardinia is going to start chain routing here as France is going to go in for that flank. That's unfortunate. They need some cav support here. Oh, do we have some infantry getting charged here? Oh, Russia broke. We still have cavalry. Late game cavalry can be super helpful, and these dragoons will probably be just that. The saving grace late game. We have the French, Egypt rolling up victorious from their last battle, or their last fight against the Prussians. Fresh, probably, and ready to start this battle. Sardinia is getting surrounded here. If only Austria hadn't broken, they probably could have won. But I think it was unfortunate. And Russia is finally going to get surrounded. That cav coming in to surround the Russians. Oh, there's a square, though. You got to watch out for that squareable. The guard unit bayonet charging the 18 infantry, but the counter charge of dragoons here, trying to save. Oh, oh, whoa, we got a huge cav charge here. Line infantry from Russia, as well as some coordinated HRE Austrian cavalry, but they did break. Some hussars here. The coalition needs a miracle here. They need a total miracle. It looks like they're gonna, okay, just bayonet charge this artillery piece. Come on. Oh, they poured a volley in, they did. All right. Well, I would say this is gonna be a French victory now, and a close one for a while there. It was not going their way. Talk about the comeback no one expected. I mean, I kind of could expect it, I guess. You never know. A battle can swing in favor so fast, just like in real life. Sardinia looks like they're the only ones left. I liked the Russian and Sardinian push. That was probably my favorite part of that battle. Pushing up here, I thought they didn't know what they're going to do, and all of a sudden that you can tell they made a plan, cushioning it with cheap Sardinian and Russian troops, and then charging with better quality troops with the dragoons and the Sardinian cav pushing over. It was just a beautiful highlight of the game, I think. Right there, pushing up, mass routing France. You could feel France puckering a little bit. They weren't sure they were going to hold that out. And for a second, it looked like they wouldn't. Props to this España player here, because they had a huge loss here, but they managed to pull back, save part of their army, and that push against Sardinia and then closing in around Russia actually really saved them big time, as they were able to collapse and mass rout Russia and Sardinia, along, of course, with, and of course, this España over on this flank, taking on Austria, HRE. So, and Egypt being late game just came up to save. I mean, all these troops wouldn't be here, and it would have not been the same, I don't think, without them. So, decisive defeat against Prussia kind of is what started the whole catalyst for disaster. HRE are just going to hold up here. Looks like they aren't going to run to an LOC and have a last stand and make it take longer. I mean, this battle has been going for 35 minutes, so that's about a good time. May hit the 40-minute mark. We'll see. Like I said, I always appreciate when, you know, units just stand. Last stand, you know you lost, but, you know, you're going to be a good sport about it and just hold. If I know I've lost, I will just stand out in the field and just die there. Now, Russia deserves to hold this LOC to the last. They took it. It's their right. I feel like they had such a good push here. I mean, they didn't even lose that many Russians along here. I mean, France lost big time. So I'm just going to fast forward here so we can see the stats here of this battle, because it was my favorite battle I've had in a little bit. I mean, wow. Very awesome. Is this a Russian general? What a mad gen. He's gonna mount up, or is he just gonna charge in here? Yeah, they're not even holding LOC. Are they holding LOC? There's some skirmishers. Is there some cavalry? Oh, are they gonna do a like general v general? Come on. Send in the general. Oh, yeah, it's the Russian general. Charged in. We have some skirmishers of Russia. Last fight here. Look at the officer here. Oh, that was the general. All right, that should be the battle then. I think. Yeah. All right. So which España was it? No, it was Egypt. So it was sent in by Jean Victor. Thank you so much for that. Really good battle. Oh wow, these dragoons did a little farming. I predicted. I'm just kidding. A little farming would never hurt anyone. Very decisive victory against the Prussians. You can see the Prussians probably didn't kill that many. Enemy killed, yeah, 400. Russia with the losses, but the 1244 did very well. Prussia probably is what racked up, 2,000 kills. Because I know Egypt spent most of the time marching, so they probably killed quite a lot of Prussia as they're running away. I'm sure they slaughtered the Prussians here. Yeah. Look at that. There is the 2,200 kills from Egypt. I caught you, Jean Victor. I caught you farming. Look at poor Prussia. Look at poor Prussia. They got farmed to the last man. I'm not criticizing. I'm just making fun. That's all. You see the line of just Prussian dead. But definitely Prussia being destroyed is what really helped that. But very good battle. Really enjoyed. I hope you enjoyed as well. Until the next video, guys. You guys have a great rest of your day. Stay safe. And I'll catch you all in another video.